Recording. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the June 12th Core Team Triage meeting. And we're going to start with Nico, status update of Async features.
Let's see. There's no major new developments here. We're working on, still working on the stabilization deadline and working through the features. I think we're starting to look at the documentation around the book. Probably time for a big update. But we did resolve, we had one roadblock that looked like it might be a problem, the language design detail, but I think we've resolved that now. So everything's on track, moving along. I don't know if we'll make our exactly when it will be stabilized, but it will be soon.
Sounds good. Docs.rs problems. Florian.
I just added this as a second slot. I hope that's okay. So there was a problem today that seems to be that someone got a takedown on crates.io and also subsequently had to remove the documentation from Docs.rs. And that exposed that there's currently no process for that. Like, how should, for example, crates.io notify Docs.rs? Should it notify Docs.rs? The whole thing went smoothly, so I put it to core and to infra, and they all made sure it happened today, and it was manually removed. It's just pointing to up to that probably result, and also clarifying who's responsible for Docs.rs in case we get notifications there.
So Florian and I were talking about this earlier, and I just wanted to put in my 2 cents that as far as I can tell, Docs.rs is basically part of crates.io now, right? It's basically an officially sanctioned service, I think. It seems like it should belong to some Rust team, and I think crates.io is probably that team, but this seems like a discussion that we should have.
It's happening.
It's not, it's basically owned by the RustDoc team at this point.
So
and I don't think it has anything really to do with crates.io.
It's a hosted service that
It's
linked automatically to from crates.io. It seems to have like not a lot to do with RustDoc either somehow. I mean, it runs RustDoc, but I guess I don't really care at the end of the day, but whatever team feels most appropriate is okay, but we should definitely be treating it like a hosted service and linking it into the processes.
Is owner still like maintaining it, or did they just like hand it off to RustDoc? What?
they mostly handed it off. Mr. Host is currently dealing with it. I think they're fine with doing that for now.
Because like I have no idea how Docs.rs works, and I don't think anyone currently on the crates.io team knows how it works. I'd be fine with someone who does know how it works joining the crates.io team if that's where we wanted to move it, but we'd need someone.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we do have a meeting. It'll come up later, I guess, but tomorrow Florian and I have a meeting with the Mozilla lawyer regarding the DMCA proposal. I haven't seen the draft yet. So maybe we'll tie it into that, but it just seems like the more we spread apart the sort of responsibility, the more we have to make sure the message gets there and the more stuff there is to loop back, right? So.
Okay. On that note, let's go to the legal update. I'm going to add something to crates.io agenda, maybe an issue in crates.io repo, because I think we need a better automated, not automated, but like one click remove something process, especially if this is going across services. And I'll put a note on the crates.io agenda to talk about whether we should be taking over Docs.rs, or not, like taking it under our wing, under our purview. I don't know.
I mean,
Well, I don't
it
know
might
what
just
the
be that the
resolution.
answer is that whatever DMCA like mailing list we set up includes people from both. That's also okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I said, I don't have a strong opinion about it. If it's happy where it is, okay. But,
Okay. I'm going to file some issues. Please continue with the legal status update that you kind of started.
I mean, I kind of gave it. We'll have an update. We have the lawyer is coming back to us with the plan, but we haven't seen it yet, and we'll have an update with more details probably next week or the week after.
Okay. Establishing a better procedure to check in with teams. Florian?
No movement.
Stage design, RFCs, whatever we call it, Nico?
So we had the last Lightning team meeting, we sort of talked around what it might look like to better specify motivations. And I plan to write there's a summary on internals, but I was thinking I might try to elevate this to a better blog post. And this coming client meeting, I'm hoping to have, I think we're going to talk some about what happens at Chef, because now Shamrell is participating, and maybe look a little bit into what some other projects are doing in this space. So some movement there.
That's exciting. White papers, Florian.
Basically the same status. I will try to set up a call with Anna maybe this week, or not maybe this week, and to go through a couple of the paragraphs that are unfinished. That's it.
Okay. Core team RustConf talk theme, any progress there?
No progress. We're still trying to search the title. Or trying to find the title.
Okay. Website team working group for maintenance, Florian?
We would like to form it before next meeting.
Okay. That seems fine to me. Any discussion or objections or approval?
So one thing that we have discussed is if we actually also want to directly found a translation team, because we've got so many translation people currently working on translations, that might be the chance to just jump on that and make it happen.
So one thing I wanted to mention was the translations are going to be more than just the website. And right now, the community team has a localization team, which is me and Sebastian. And what we should really do is have two teams. One team is an internationalization team that's responsible for building all this infrastructure, basically what I've been doing for the website, what I'm starting to coordinate for the compiler and the standard library and stuff. I'm not really going to be doing that work, but I'm sowing the seeds for that. And it would be nice to have a team that does that. And then a second localization team that is just the people who are doing the actual translations, maybe just the leads of those teams or something, to have a convenient way to talk with them. What I really want there is a mailing list. So I kind of mean to bring this up in the next community team meeting, but if we want, we could stick this team elsewhere.
When we say team, I just want to clarify where you think this. I think I don't feel it necessarily needs to be a top level team.
Oh no, it would. Right now,
part of the community team makes sense to me, or part of the website team, something like that. But
they're already. I want to push back against making it a part of the website team, because now then you would have to do the same thing for the compiler and the docs and everything.
Right. It's sort of a cross-cutting.
It's gonna mostly be the people doing the Chinese stuff are more than willing to get at all the other things if we gave them the chance. So I think
that makes a lot of sense to me.
and it's already in the community team. We could grow that. And it would probably be a WG, or I don't know, doesn't matter.
Sorry, is there currently is the current thing in the community team internationalization or localization?
Internationalization. It's called
Okay.
localization, but its goal is internationalization because I like to be confusing that way. It is not responsible for doing any translations. It's responsible for doing the meta work necessary to enable that.
Yeah, I think having them both on the community team sounds good to me.
Okay.
Does anyone
I
else?
agree with that.
Does anyone else have any thoughts on that? Okay. And is that ready to? Well, you were going to talk to the community team. Okay, that's the action item there.
I'll file an issue, and if people want to discuss it in a meeting, we can.
You're going to file an issue with the community team.
Yeah, we have a report.
And discuss it in the community team meeting if they want to. Okay, got it. Just wasn't sure which meeting we were talking about.
Florian,
Okay.
sound good?
What?
Sorry, because Florian brought the point up, but I had basically made a bunch of progress on this already, so I just want to sync back with Florian if it sounds good to him. Florian?
You seem muted, Florian.
I haven't fully understood your question.
Does this plan for having two teams / WGs under community make sense?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, next item is RustConf planning. Do you have anything, Manish?
I'm going fine. We're gonna start the sponsored tickets, or sorry, the scholarship tickets. Like we've put in the application at diversitytickets.com. We have a form, and I'll soon get Steve or someone to tweet it from RustLang and RustConf at some point. So yeah, we're doing good.
Sounds good.
Oh, if folks could like share the registration page, that would be nice, just to like get people in. I don't know. We might tweet something at some point.
Okay. CVE postmortems. Nico, have you found someone to coordinate this?
Yeah, no update, but don't take it off yet.
Okay. Planning update, all hands 2020. Any thoughts on this?
There's currently none. The passing thought of the week was basically we should commit, or we should try to find some way of knowing what our budget is and what we can actually do. And also if you want to reach out to sponsors and how we can deal with that.
I wonder if does it make any sense to be trying to get a sense of how many people will attend also, like, because it feels like it's going to affect a lot of things.
That's actually a good point. Just asking people, would you even be interested in attending? Still, I do see the incoming problem that we will have, that we might not be able to accommodate for everyone who wants to attend.
You mentioned sponsors. Are you okay with me asking other people I know who work at large companies who use Rust if they're willing to like give us a venue, basically?
So,
as a tentative.
In general, I'm okay with that. I don't know how others feel.
I mean, I like this idea. We have to think about the location maybe, but I guess going where we find venues is also viable.
I mean, I can put up feelers.
What I often like for these kinds of events are universities. If you find the right university, they might be willing to give you rooms for free or for a very cheap price. And just as kind of like The problem is just that if you want to run something for a week, you need to be very, very early, and you need to do it while they're on breaks.
Okay, so it kind of sounds like our next step should be emailing all with some sort of way to gauge who would be interested in attending.
Yeah, I can.
You're volunteering for that, Florian?
I can do that.
Awesome. Okay, that'll give us a sense of what kind of venue we would need to have and what kind of budget we would need to make this happen. And Manish, it sounds like tentatively reaching out to companies and seeing what's possibly available is also a good parallel thing to do. Any other thoughts on all hands planning?
This email, we're going to say roughly the time frame as was before, I guess. Maybe with something else. I'll ping Florian on Discord.
Yeah, figure something out.
Okay, I added a quick item. Should we cancel next week's, because I think next week is the Mozilla All Hands, so presumably Alex, Manish, and Nico would not be able to make it? Or
Call in from there.
what?
We can just call in from a meeting room there.
Or are you going to be able to
may
keep
or
that?
may not be able to do that. Yeah, I wouldn't want to promise it. I have to look at the schedule and stuff. But. I don't care if you want to cancel or not, but I don't know whether I'll be able to.
Nico's like half the agenda items we check in on, so I kind of feel like we should, and like Manish is a quarter of the other ones.
Oh no.
So I'm on a conference next week and meeting a couple of folk, Rust folk in Amsterdam. So it would
That
actually
seals it then.
help my calendar a little in that case.
I am canceling next week's meeting. All right, and that is the end of our open part of the meeting, unless anyone else has anything they'd like to discuss. Going once, going twice, and that's the end of the meeting. Manish, if you could switch the recordings, please.